And now, to the millions and millions of people all across the world, it's the That's Not Christian podcast.
Hey. You know what it is?
Oh, I'm trying to do my sound effect.
Yes. Sounds like somebody's been on TikTok.
What's poppin', fellas? We here.
Good?
We here. It's your boy Switch. I'm here with your man Jimmy, Jay, Ant. What's going on, fellas? How was y'all weekend?
My goodness. We still,
Life is
how many
beautiful.
episodes you still asking that question?
I
Hey,
want to
weekend
know
was
how your
beautiful.
weekend is, man.
Happy Monday. We had the
Or Tuesday, or Wednesday, or Thursday, or Friday, whenever you listen.
We recorded, yeah, but we recorded on Monday. We record every Monday. You know what I mean? You know, we had the little promo this weekend. We were handing out a sticker pack.
Hey.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Shouts
not
out to
That's
Christian
right.
podcast. You know what I mean?
Who
So
won?
who won?
Well, my man DJ Newman won. Shouts out to
Hey.
DJ Newman. You know,
Congratulations,
Newman, new stickers. I mean, you know what I mean?
Yeah, put
New
that on
man,
the
new
laptop,
stickers.
You know what I mean? On the hydro
You know what I
flask.
mean? Slap them joints on the MTA trains and all that everywhere.
Yes, dude.
What's up? Yo, Jay, what's up, man? You got the case of the Mondays today?
Who, me?
It does?
Yeah.
Nah,
Sure.
every day's a good day.
No, I
Yeah.
want to make sure,
You
man.
look a little grumpy to you.
Right.
A little bit. You know, he got his hat low. He got the monkey hat today. You know what I mean?
He's not wearing his 116 today, man. What's going
Nah.
on? What's popping?
Nah, no free sponsorships anymore.
Oh, send the bag.
We're getting all those subscribers, so thank you for subscribing.
Hey, fastest growing podcast. What you know?
You already
about
know.
that?
The one and only.
Real. But yeah, that's what's up, man. What's been going on? Oh, you know what happened? I mean,
You accepted
oh,
the
yeah,
Lord?
for those, what?
You accepted the Lord?
Yeah, I rededicated my life again.
Wow. Saba!
Hey, you
For
know
the
what? Though? Hold
50th
up.
time.
I don't think we talked about. We didn't mention that you went out to minister to. Was it like a group home or something like that?
Oh yeah, so there's this place called Children's Village, and basically it's like I don't know how to say. It's like a group home in a way for foster
Right.
kids,
Right.
like when they're going through that transition,
Yeah.
or you know what I mean. And also it could be used as a detention center for. Actually, they also use it for immigration kids that are going through that immigration.
Right.
When so a lot of kids are there from there. So it got
So
like a
it's-
bunch
so
of
you-
different things.
It's a youth facility.
Yeah, basically a
Okay.
youth facility. And my friend Lou Box, shouts out to Lou Box, Pastor Lou. He's a coordinator there.
Hold
And
up. That's the pastor with bars, right? He got bars.
Yeah,
right?
that's the rapping pastor.
All right,
You know what I
yeah, I
mean?
follow
Check
him.
him out.
Yeah.
Check him out. So he be rapping, and he's been working there for a while. My man Lester was working there for a while as well, and he invited me to come out, and it was really good, man. You know, those things are most humbling. You know what I'm saying? Like jails,
Right.
I mean, anytime you minister is humbling, but it's just something about that's just a little different. You know what I mean? Where you're speaking to teens, and you know that their mind, you know, in a sense, could be molded because they're at that stage where, you know, they're probably looking for truth or identity or whatever it may be. You know what I mean? And we had a blessed time, man. It was really dope, man. I haven't had an experience like that in a long time.
So what happened? You went over there to talk to them, or like what you know, paint a picture.
Well, yeah. So basically, I was asked to come rap, but I also wanted to speak.
Oh wait, you rap too? You don't just do podcasts? You rap too?
Yeah. I do a little hip hop. You know what I mean?
Alright,
Underground New York City hip hop.
Hey,
And so you know, I started performing just to open up. You know, just to because they were
Right.
looking for rappers. They were like, "Oh, we want to hear rap." You know, I guess they always get guest speakers, and they're like, "Well, we want to hear some rappers."
right.
And so they basically invited me, and I did a couple rhymes, and then I talked about abandonment, and I talked about how Christ was abandoned.
Oh, come on. So you were preaching too. You didn't just go over there to sell some mixtapes, huh? Okay.
I basically talked about the abandonment that Christ was dealing with on his way to the cross,
Right.
When he was talking about how he's the bread of life and all these things, and people started it says that his disciples turned away from him, right?
Right.
Some people at that point, they turned away from him. When Peter denied him, when Judas betrayed him, you know what I'm saying? When Christ felt forsaken by the Father on the cross, like all that abandonment that Christ went through, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And just showing that Christ understands that, especially where they're at, you know what I mean? Because some of them, what the stories I hear, families not really involved with them, no father, no mom, mom's strung out on drugs, whatever it may be, whatever the case may be. And I felt like that was fitting for them, you know what I mean, that message. But well received. Kids were great. I took some pics with some of the kids. It was packed though. It was at least 50, 60 kids there, man.
Dope.
And then you have the youth counselors there too. So it was a blessed time. So keep playing for Children's Village. And
that's dope.
Keep lifting them up. You heard?
Bars. Okay, so you're a Christian rapper. You're like a Christian rapper. I see. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I hear.
Even though a lot of people don't label me that, you know what I mean? They say I don't put too much Jesus in my raps.
Oh, the JPM.
Yeah. How many Jesus per minute? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it's good though, man, because I think it's good to see people who look like you, you know what I mean, who've come from the same environment as you. You know, when I first got saved, I didn't know any Christians like my age really. You know,
yeah,
so it was kind of challenging, like especially like when the Jehovah's Witnesses like will pull up on me, you know, and they start, you know, criticizing me because of the way I dress or something. I'm not wearing a suit and tie or whatever.
That tat on your neck.
You know what I mean? Like, so it was cool for me. Like, I came a Christian a while ago, and so for me to see people like Cross Movement, you know what I mean, or Corey Red and people like that, it was encouraging because like, okay, I'm not alone. There's other brothers out here, you know what I mean, like on the same wave, you know. So, so it's good that you did that, man, to see kids out there, definitely. You know what I mean, especially what you talked about, because I think that hit home, you know, talking about abandonment and stuff like that, because I think a lot of us feel that way sometimes when things, you know, don't go our way, you know, or the way that we plan them to, you know.
Right. And it was dope too, because like at the end I let them do a Q&A and they asked me some hard questions, man. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff where, you know, I didn't have that precise of an answer. It's like, you know, why doesn't God answer all our prayers? You know what I mean? It's like, I know how it is. I know how it feels. You know what I mean? So like, but I gave them the opportunity.
They hit you with that Job, huh?
They hit me with that. Well, you know, I basically went back to what Christ said about, you know, talked about faith, you know what I'm saying? And our faith, you know, when the disciples had asked Christ, you know, why is it we can't do these things, you know? And he says that your faith is, you know, you're not up to par. Your faith is not up to par. You know what I'm saying? Another thing is also, you know, I think Pastor Lou had said it, and he was saying, you know, there's either three things that happen. Either God's going to give it to you, God's not going to give it to you, or not yet. You know what I'm saying? Right. Basically meaning that it's not time right now for you to, you know, get whatever it is.
God hit you with the cógelo con take it easy, huh?
Yeah. But you know what it is? There's so many different scriptures on prayer, right? So it's like there's different reasons, right? Like there's another scripture where it's like you don't have because you don't ask, or you don't have because, you know, you're selfish with what you're asking for. You know, you have selfish ambitions. So it's a case by case, you know what I mean? It can't be like, oh, okay, God's not answering you because of this, you know what I mean? So so many scriptures to kind of like navigate through and then try to inform someone who's not a believer, you know, yo, this is why, you know what I mean? Well, it was hard, man. It was some hard questions, but some good questions, some fruitful questions, really great conversations. And
I bet those questions also encouraged you to dig deeper too, right? Let me get
Oh yeah. That's kind of like why when I first, like, you know, I kind of like rededicated my life to the Lord. I just kind of I didn't want to be pushed to be like a minister or this guy ministers everywhere and all that. You know what I mean? I really wanted to just get in my word more, get more of a foundation with Christ first before, I go out there, because it's a battlefield, man.
Right, for sure.
It's a lot going on, man. I feel like a lot of people just want to tag on that minister on their name and run with that because it sounds good and it looks good, but
you know what, and you see that a lot in CHH too. Like I see a lot of dudes like selling records and t-shirts and not doing a whole lot of ministry, you know what I'm saying? But
ooh, they call shots fire.
But they call it ministry, you know what I'm saying? Because they got that JPM, you know what I mean? Like I don't hear too many brothers like, I mean, there are some, they do exist, and I know a few, you know what I mean? But like as far as like what you're doing, going out in, into these homes and
or not only that, it's like sometimes it's like, what's the follow-up, right? Like I'm kind of comfortable with that because I know that my man Lou is there and there's always that interaction, right? And he's always having people there. But sometimes it's like you go out, you minister, right? You get your little honorarium, your little money, you know what I'm saying? Right. First off, we don't start we questioning pastors about their money, but we don't be questioning under the gospel rappers. Yo, where your money be going? You know what I mean? You getting some new Jordans? You looking real fly today. You know what I mean?
Hey, that's a nice chain. That's a nice chain you're rocking there, brother.
But anyway, so
size them Jordans.
But I mean, I'm just joking anyway, trolling. But it's just like the follow up to ministry is like, I feel like Paul and all these guys, they labored with people, you know what I mean? They stayed there.
Well, it was definitely more discipleship focused.
Right.
Yeah.
So, when I think of ministry, that's how I think of it in that kind of platform. And not saying that you can be an evangelist, obviously, come into a place, evangelize and give the gospel, but it's just that follow up too. You know what I mean? That connection, because we can just say, "Oh yeah, Good Five, a Bible-based church," and they go to the church down the block, and they don't. You know what I mean?
Well, my problem is hurry up and say this in this prayer so you can be saved. And that's it. And then go back to your regular life. You know what I mean? Go back to your regular life, doing what you was doing with.
Yeah, Paul Washer got on that wave too hard.
Yeah.
But anyway, enough about ministry. I mean, I love ministry, man, and keep me in prayer, man. And I'm slowly like stepping my foot back in and kind of, because it's my heart. It's my heart's desire. You know what I mean? Shouts out O2 to my man out in Uganda, Pamba Derek, Hope for Joy Center out in Uganda. We've been donating there since 2017. I'll make sure to tag him, you know what I mean? Good brother. He's just been out there, So hey,
hold up. Since you brought that up, man, I got a question, man. I got a lot of brothers from out there hitting me up that they got ministries. How do you know they legit or not? Like I had a couple of folks like, hey, check out, my ministry, whatever. I'm like, bro, how do I know though? You know what I'm saying?
with Pamba, well, I believe, right? I'm not, and I can't say I'm 1,000%, but Pamba, when we started talking.
Oh, you have conversations with him?
Yeah, he started FaceTiming me with the kids.
Okay.
And then I started doing my research on him, and I met other people that actually went to Uganda and met with him. Gotcha. And that was what gave me that confidence. Like if somebody just hits me up randomly and be like, hey, this and that, and I'll be like, I don't know, because there's a lot of scams and stuff going on.
Yeah.
But the people, I actually spoke to them and they said, yeah, we went out there. It's legit. Does Pamba take some of the funds for himself? Obviously,
because
that kind of country. He needs help as well.
Absolutely.
So he gets some money as well. But at the end of the day, he's helping to educate. Yeah. They're Christian. They're providing food. Anything that they can do. It's really poor out there, man. I know we say, we want to help the poor, and it's like, why you don't help the people in your neighborhood first? But they have a different type of. It's a different type of poverty out there. You know what I mean? So
I saw something a while back that said like, if you got a refrigerator, even if you got a door. You know what I'm saying? The door, you're like in the top 1% of the country of the richest people in the world. Like That's wild to think, man. Like I remember, so my family's from El Salvador, and I remember going back in the 80s, man. And when my grandma stayed, they didn't have no hot water, bro. So like, everybody just took a shower with cold water, and you know, being the American, the Yankee, you know, the gringo, they're like, oh, boil him some water because he can't take a shower in cold water. Like, bro, I'm not about to do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We talking like river water. You know what I mean? Like cold, like well water.
Oh yeah, you slap it in the stove, right?
Yeah, bro. Like that, you know, it's like it's a different type of poverty, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's different. It's different when you go, you know, to another country. You know,
and it you know, it causes a lot of violence too. Poverty causes a lot of violence. A lot of the militant guys that are out there that are like, you know, basically kidnapping kids and or raising them into to be militant. You know, it's a lot of stuff that goes on out there, man. So, you know, one day at a time, man. Just keep doing the work.
Yeah, no doubt, man.